talk to our moms from Metro Detroit about topics that have people buzzing. Joining us today, Cameron Preston Hinton, a mother of two and also Director of Communications for Technical College. Lisa LaGrou, the founder of OaklandCountyMoms.com, also a mother of two. You definitely have to check out her blog. And Michael Ann Wolf Hofner, a mother of three, a stay-at-home mom, and also a former Local 4 news reporter and anchor. So we've got lots of different perspectives. We've got all different ages, kids, and this topic I really want to know because my child is kind of around that age where we're talking about kindergarten, and almost every school though is off next week, and the question is, anyway, let's talk about the spring break issue first. When should kids be allowed to go on vacation by themselves? And I'm sure you guys have heard this. A lot of my friends are having the kids where they're like, it's the high school break, and many of them have chosen to go, and many of them are saying, go on your break. What do you think? You're smiling. What age do you send them on a spring break?
I don't send them on a spring break alone. I have a junior in high school, and their class does do a senior trip, but it's sponsored. Parents go with them. I have no problem if I'm a chaperone or someone else is a chaperone and there's a group of kids, but Kyle, you will never go by yourself.
Okay, now I've got a question. You say someone else will go. Like, you would have to know that parent personally, or if you just knew the system and it was one parent for every 4 kids, you'd be okay?
We'd have to talk about that. And typically, we're involved enough with the other parents that we might know them.
Okay. What do you think, Lisa?
I did it. So it's really hard.
In high school?
Yeah.
You went on a spring break
trip? Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very hard for me to say that they couldn't. I mean, obviously, for me, it's mostly about who they're going with and where they're going.
Okay.
That would be a big playing factor. But by the time they're a senior, it'd be really difficult for me to tell them no, but I wish I was in your shoes and I wouldn't have a choice. And I also, would opt or love to opt for them to say, why don't we take a family trip, knowing that's probably going to be one of the last ones you'll get. But they're not going to do that.
No, they don't want to do that. Let's go to Disney. Yeah. What do you think? Like, did you do a? No, clearly no.
No, I would go on a senior trip where a parent chaperoned, and I would be one of those parents. I have 3 girls.
Right.
And I'd be more comfortable going along. They're not going by themselves.
Are you surprised?
They're going to be independent and on their own soon enough.
Right.
And it's the setting you're sending them to, as well. You're not sending them to a, I don't know, a church outing. You're sending them to a spring break.
Yeah, you know exactly what goes on spring break. Okay. Well, keeping on the school theme, right now is the time everybody's looking ahead to kindergarten in the fall. This year, your child must be 5 years old by October 1st to enroll in kindergarten, and that means technically some kids could still start school at age 4, but it also means that kids could actually turn 6 just after the school year starts. There's so many different requirements. I know I'm struggling with this. I guess I'm not really, because the law says she's not supposed to go, but I feel like, oh, she's ready to go. You had your twins started at 4, is that right?
They did, late September birthdays, and they did start at 4. And I think it really comes down to knowing your child. They were ready to go. Now my daughter, who's in 5th grade, it wouldn't have worked for her. Knowing your child, is she ready socially and academically? I really think that's what it comes down to. And as a mom, nobody knows your child better than you do.
Okay. Is there a benefit, Lisa, or a negative of starting them too early?
If you do start them too early and they're not ready, I do believe there'd be a negative. I think it can kind of carry over for years to come. And if you've tried as a parent to look at the social aspects, the emotional, the academic, and you're still unsure, maybe talk to the preschool teacher and say, how does my child function in the classroom setting? Do you think that they're ready? If you need a little bit of help making that decision.
That's exactly what we did, and started at 4.
You started at 4, and how old are they now?
16, and he's in 11th grade, so he's one of the younger ones and is in AP classes. So it worked out for him. For my stepson, he wouldn't have been able to handle that, but it did work out for my older one.
Okay, good. New study published this week in the Journal of American Medicine says parents should set limits on screen time for kids for improved results in sleeping, better grades, less aggressive behavior. It's recommended that children get no more than 2 hours of screen time and no screen time at all for children under 2. Lisa, I'm going to start with you, and I'm asking for the honest to goodness truth. Don't make me feel bad, because my number's a little bit higher.
I will admit it, and it's a constant battle in our house today. I would love to go for that 2-hour time limit. It just doesn't happen. And we're trying everything we can. I think this is our summer where we finally said we're going to have the summer where we set a timer or whatever it is. When that timer go off, your time is up.
And what ages are your kids?
11 and 9.
Okay. What's your option then? No screen time. Do what?
You need to go outside. You need to do the stuff I did as a child.
Right.
That's what I would love to see.
Walk to school uphill both ways.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you think, Michael?
I use it as a little bit of an incentive, actually. We work before we play, and if you'd like to squeeze in that half an hour of iPad time before your soccer practice, you better get busy on your homework. And I actually use it a little bit as an incentive. It's a reward. It's not an everyday thing, especially on school nights.
See, I like that as a reward because I haven't tried that, and that would probably be better than...
It works for cleaning your room, too.
I use it to take away, but I don't necessarily use it as a reward.
You get him to come help me because he's attached to the iPhone.
Is he?
His iPad is in his hand and earbuds or
But see, he's
Beats by
older.
Still.
Yeah.
Still. I mean, it's a constant. Even 2-year-olds, my nephew, when the phone rings, he looks at a phone to see faces. All the kids, little kids, they all have tablets. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hate to say my 20-month-old knows how to do the iPad.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not bragging about that one. All right, thank you, ladies.